As Walmart announces price cuts on thousands of items this summer, there's growing concern over a separate move, adding digital price tags across their stores by the end of 2026.
So I know you guys have been hearing about this.
Some consumers fear those dynamic in-store tags mean companies could use their personal data to tailor prices.
They can change these whenever they want to.
I'm like, did they change because I walked up?
Well, you guys are not worried enough about dynamic pricing.
Walmart denies the tags are being used for surge pricing, adding it doesn't have the ability to change prices as customers are walking through the store, saying it's all to help workers with efficiency.
Instead of us spending hours changing the prices, we can spend hours helping the customers.
And a retail expert tells us even if the tech to personalize prices is available, it might not be used.
People know what the prices are. And so when they see it online and then they go into a store the next day and it's totally different, that's not going to leave them feeling good about the brand as a whole. And grocers know that.
Still, anxiety over so-called surveillance or algorithmic pricing is surging after several high-profile incidents online. Earlier this year, the New York Attorney General demanded grocery delivery app Instacart explain whether it was using personal data to set prices after a report found it charged some users up to 23% more for the same items. Instacart responding in a press release saying it would end what it calls item price tests and pledge the same prices for all customers shopping at the same stores. Then in April, a man sued JetBlue, alleging the airline used customers' internet history and demographic info to charge different fares. After seeing a since-deleted exchange on X where JetBlue recommended using incognito mode to get lower ticket prices. JetBlue saying the post was a mistake from an employee and that it does not use personal information or web browsing history to set individual pricing. The FTC said last year, broadly, personal data can be frequently used to set individual prices, according to initial findings.
You can really learn so much about somebody and what their habits are, what their preferences are, and ultimately use that to set prices.
While there is federal legislation proposed to stop this, some states aren't waiting. At least 24 states are considering laws on the topic, with Maryland, Connecticut, and New York all passing surveillance pricing bans in the past few months. And surveillance pricing isn't the only AI pricing controversy. A federal lawsuit filed last month alleges roughly a dozen California gas station chains, including Walmart, used an AI software that allows, quote, competitors to pool confidential data and generate prices, which the plaintiffs argue is price collusion and violates state antitrust laws. Calibrate Technologies, the company behind the tech, says it disagrees with the allegations in the lawsuit and that it will serve its customers with lawful, innovative fuel pricing technology. Walmart says it will respond to the lawsuit in court. At a time when consumers are watching prices closely, concern growing that the prices may be watching them too.
That's just so ominous sounding, Brian, who's joining us now. For the most part, companies seem to be saying, no, we're not doing surveillance pricing. But then you're also kind of hearing the argument that, hey, maybe dynamic pricing could actually, more of that could help customers.
Yeah, and I think, Hallie, we also need to remember that companies right now, even with paper signs, are changing their prices all the time. Some of these companies that are doing this dynamic pricing are arguing that in many cases they'll be able to give customers a discount. Let's say during off hours, that was the case for Wendy's, where you recall there was a similar backlash to what we're just talking about right now. But of course, the question is big data in this era of AI using personal data to determine what those prices are? That seems to be the bigger issue here in 2026. And again, one that it's not sure every consumer is going to be down for. I don't know about you. Certainly when you look at those price tags at the store, you might not be comparing them on a daily basis, but it has consumers thinking, maybe I should pay attention to see if they're trying to pull a fast one on me, if you will.
It's just fascinating. Brian, thank you very much for that reporting. It's one to watch for sure as this moves forward, this idea of surveillance pricing and what's going on there. Appreciate you, Brian.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.